So Caitlin Clark draws first blood with a triple-double and her stake at the MVP. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next video. We want to thank all our loyal supporters and followers. And guess what? Caitlin Clark's crossovers tonight from 6 to 7 and Thursdays from 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern Time, respectively, except for major holidays. We have guest podcasters talking about Caitlin Clark and all sorts of good stuff. We're going to talk about the game on Saturday and also the flagrant one foul that really wasn't. But anyways, Caitlin Clark, to me, Rob, made the strongest statement, a triple-double, so rare for the weekend for the MVP vote. And she also made a strong statement in a second way, establishing herself as the best point guard in the league and also the best passer in the league, despite the fact that GMs thought Chelsea Gray was the best passer in the league, which is a joke, and also that it was a tie for best point guard. And I think you can just tell that one game that was completely false. It was false at the end of last year, and it's still false.
Well, she also established herself in another way, Mark. With that foul on Reese, she's letting people know that she's not going to put up with the stuff anymore.
Right. And she had 4 blocks and 2 steals, and her stance was better, and Rob was more impressed with the round ball defense. So her defense was better. She only had 3 turnovers as opposed to 10 assists. So that's good for the assist to turnover ratio, which is 3.33, I guess, off the top of my head, as opposed to 1.5 last year. So everything about the 2 faults that she had, other than working on her middle game in the floater, and she hit a middle shot. She she right past the foul line. She took a 2-point shot as a switch. She didn't hit a floater. All those little things, she showed that she worked on them in the offseason. Her strength is there. Everything's there, Rob. She shot well. And, if she plays like that, she will get the MVP unless they rip her off, in my opinion. But other players made strong statements. So we'll start out with the presumptive favorite besides her is Napheesa Collier. By some people's, the most votes I've seen is from Napheesa Collier, not by Vegas. As you can see, Napheesa Collier scored 34 points in the opening game, 12 for 21, 2 for 3 of them threes, and she actually had a nice all-around game with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 turnovers, 8 for 8 from the line. So that was good. That was in the first game that they played, and they played a second game, and that was against and they won both their games. That was against the Wings, and this is against the Sparks. They played 2 games so far. In her second game, Napheesa Collier was 10 for 18, 2 for 3, and she scored 23 points and had 6 rebounds, assists, a steal, a block, and 3 turnovers. So she had another good game, but not as good as her first game. What's more impressive, Rob, a triple-double or what you see from Napheesa Collier?
Well, triple-double, of course, is very impressive, but Napheesa Collier, she's coming out of the gates fast, too.
Okay. And I'll just do also A'ja Wilson had a nice opening night, but her team lost to Liberty 92-78, but she had nice stats, and we'll show those real quick. So A'ja Wilson was 11 for 22 and 1 for 3 from threes. Perfect at the line and scored 31 points, but had 16 rebounds too, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 4 turnovers. So she had a nice opening night, Rob, but her team lost by 14. So
yep, she's definitely still in contention too.
So 2 other candidates who were 3rd and 6th in the MVP voting played against the Aces. They won their game, as we just mentioned, against the Aces. And that was Sabrina Ionescu, who did not have a good game. She was 3 for 12, only had 8 points, but did have 7 rebounds and 4 assists and no turnovers. So she didn't have an awful game, but she didn't shoot well. She 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. And Brianna Stewart played really well. She was 10 for 14, had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block, and no turnovers. 5 for 5 from the line, 0 for 2 from threes. That she struggled with the threes last year and also in Unrivaled. I don't know if it had anything to do with her knee injury or not, but she's struggling with her 3. But she had a nice opening game, Rob. That's really well. She played really well.
Right.
So as we know, Kelsey Plum left the Aces and now is with the Los Angeles Sparks. And they played against an expansion team, but still, she had a huge game. 37 points, 11 for 19, 4 for 6 from threes. Perfect at the line, 11 for 11. But also I had 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals, and only 2 turnovers. So she had a great opening game, Rob.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she's glad. She must be glad she's not playing for the Aces anymore.
I don't think she liked being in the shadow of A'ja Wilson and Chelsea Gray. So I think now she's getting to do more. But they lost against the Lynx, which wasn't a surprise that they lost the Lynx. And we'll go over that for you. She had 18 points, 5 for 14, 3 for 9, 5 assists, and a steal and 3 turnovers. So she cooled off a little bit against a better team. Now, I don't think Chelsea Gray is an MVP candidate, Rob, but she's supposedly the best passer. So this is Chelsea Gray, who supposedly is better point guard and better passer than Caitlin Clark. I'll remind you, Caitlin Clark got a triple-double with 10 assists and 3 turnovers. Chelsea Gray was 4 for 13, 3 for 5 at the three-point line, though, but only had 4 assists and 2 turnovers and 12 points. So I would say a triple-double is better than that. Wouldn't you say, Rob?
Yeah, I think so.
So the last 2 MVP candidates that have any really shot at being either in the top 5 or winning are Alyssa Thomas, who was 5th last year and 2nd the year before, and Satu Sabalia, who was first-team All-Pro 2 years ago. She only played a half a season last year and came off an injury. She wasn't as impressive last year. And this was the Mercury won their opening game against Seattle. They crushed them. Alyssa Thomas, who's known for getting triple-doubles like Caitlin Clark, but not as good a scorer. She was 8 for 13, though, in this particular game, and had 20 points, had 6 assists, 2 steals, and 7 rebounds. Satu Sabali was 9 for 17, had 27 points, 3 for 9 for threes, and she also had 6 rebounds, a steal, and assists, 2 blocks, and 2 turnovers. So they had pretty good opening things, but I'd say Caitlin Clark made the biggest statement. Rob, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, all those, against Caitlin Clark, I would probably say Collier was probably more, if even or more impressive than Clark's triple-double.
So we'll see what happens. I've already voted for Caitlin Clark after one game because they told me I could last year with A'ja Wilson. Mm-hmm. So what the heck? I'm just following the rules. Like I said, after 10 games, I'm going to tell them it should be unanimous, just like they did last year.
Right.
So we'll see. I think it's going to be a tight race between A'ja Wilson, Afisa Collier, and Caitlin Clark. I think that's what's going to happen. And Vegas odds, Caitlin Clark is kind of tied with A'ja Wilson, depending on which one you look at. But the predictions I've seen outside of Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans, I've seen like old school media and stuff. They've all predicted everyone but Caitlin Clark, Afisa Collier, and A'ja Wilson, all the predictions I see. I've seen almost no predictions for Caitlin Clark outside Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans, except for Jamel Hill.
She matters a lot.
It surprised me. Yeah. So that's it. Everybody else seems to be predicting those two. So we'll see what happens. I think Caitlin Clark's the favorite. And I think she made a strong statement, Rob. And I think we're going to be coming back and revisiting this a lot because I think she's going to be having a lot of great games this year. We'll find out. We'll find out if we're right. All right. Let us know what you think down below. Feel free to share this video with your family, friends, and acquaintances. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And if you want, you can join us for Caitlin Clark's crossover. That's tonight, 6 to 7, and Thursdays, 5:30, 6:30 Eastern time, respectively, except for major holidays like Memorial Day. If you want, you can donate to this channel with super chats and super things down below. And there's a link to PayPal. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.